All right. Uh-oh. It says this was deleted on Facebook. I have no clue. Well, hopefully we're live on YouTube. Live. It's Wednesday night. Anyway, good evening. Okay, let's see. All right. I think, well, I don't know why it
Let me
doesn't
look.
want us
I'm
to
going
go
to
on
check it out.
Facebook.
It
Hopefully
did
we're
say
live on
live, but it
YouTube.
doesn't say live anymore.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. It looks
we're
like,
live on YouTube, I think.
okay.
Yeah, I
see
see people that see us, so this is good. Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Lisa Coltabiano. I'm independent sales director in little itty bitty downtown Lothian, Maryland, a little south of Annapolis. And I have with me today my beautiful friend Dawn Harpster. We were doing the Brady Bunch. Dawn's down there. Okay, we were just talking about how StreamYard is mirrored. So I
Yeah.
don't know if Gia's over there or
Yeah.
over there. But
No,
Gia
Gia's
would be, by process of elimination, Gia would be the third face that I didn't introduce yet. Oh gosh. And every now and then I'm going to check my phone to make sure that one of our participants, oh, Julie said, I see you. Oh, good. Anyway, so good evening. This is called Women of Wisdom. And we actually, Dawn and I, and gosh, Dawn, how many? Five other directors. I can't lose track. Five other directors. We are doing a program that in Mary Kay, it's a term that you guests probably won't even know what the heck we're talking about. It's called pace setters. And we are doing this program so that our consultants can actually earn prizes from inviting guests, and they can earn points, and it's a challenge. So it's like a 6-week long program. So if you're a guest tonight, thank you. Thank you for a couple of reasons. Number one is you are you're helping your consultant to earn points for this program. But number two is you're being exposed to one of our inspirational stories in Mary Kay. And I'm not introducing Gia because I'm going to let Dawn do that. But we invited Gia all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Don't you love this virtual world? I mean, we can have girlfriends all over the place. In fact, many of the women who are in this Pace Setters program live out on the West Coast. So they're like just getting off work and joining us right now. So I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. We were hoping to stream this, ladies, into our Facebook group where our consultants are doing their training, but it looks like it's only going on YouTube. But I think I can share the YouTube link later. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see about that. But anyway, without further ado, if you are a guest, this is super, super important. If you are a guest, it's really important that you put in the comments. So like Posy 101, I know that's you, Laura. You need to put your full name in the comments and who your consultant is. I know that's bad English, but and Julie is on the other side, one of our sales directors, English major, cringing right now because I'm using bad English. But anyway, so with that, make sure that okay, I don't care about it being okay. I'm just going to say remove from Facebook. Let me just remove it. Okay. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. It kept asking me questions. I'm like, stop asking me questions. Anyway, so we're excited. We are on YouTube. We'll get it into Facebook somehow, some way. But in the meantime, make sure you let us know first and last name and who your consultant is. And why you want to do that. Not only to help your consultant get her points, but also because at the end of tonight, you got to hang in there with us because we're not going to draw the winner till the end yet. Must be present to win. We're going to be giving away one of these amazing pink clay masks to a lucky customer tonight. Whoop, let me see. Oh, yeah, there we go. So one lucky lady's going to get a pink clay mask. So without further ado, I am going to take myself out of the studio and I'm going to bring it over to Dawn and Gia.
Well, hello and welcome everybody. So most of you know me. My name is Dawn Harpster and I am here to introduce my amazing friend, Gia Jakowski, who is from McDonough, Georgia. She's about an hour from Atlanta and she lives in a beautiful historic home that is also haunted. So I'm going to give you guys lots of trivia about her. That was one of the first stories she told me when she bought this home. But Gia is one of the most amazing gifts that came in my starter kit. You know, those gifts you didn't even know you were getting out of your starter kit? She is one of those gifts. We met at seminar, waiting in line to walk across stage. And we had so much fun that we said every year we will meet in the same place to walk across stage together. And with the exception of being virtual last year, And the year before, because did you triple star, I think, double star, triple star. So she got to cut the line and go ahead of me. So I didn't get to walk with her, but we do it every year. So I'll just have to do the same things she does so we get to walk together. So Gia is a former VP of engineering and manufacturing. That means she was the boss, right? She is married to her wonderful husband, Pete, and she is mom to a couple beautiful fur baby kitties. So Gia has so many accolades. I can't even tell you guys, besides the fact that she is an amazing person. But let me tell you I chose a couple of my favorites. First of all, she's been a star consultant 60 times, which is amazing in itself. She's done National Court of Sales 14 times and 3 times walked across stage in the National Court of Sharing. And she has earned 8 free cars in Mary Kay, which is awesome. I am sure her most coveted award, she would tell you this as well, and is her award for being awarded the National Miss Go Give. Now, ladies, this is an award that you get that is nominated and voted on by your peers. So this is the most coveted award in all of Mary Kay, and that was in 2015, and I remember that. Gia's highest check in 1 month was over $8,500. And she says her biggest asset is that she believes in the impossible. Please help me welcome my beautiful friend and your amazing guest speaker for tonight, Gia Jackowski.
Who would not want to hang out with people like us? I mean, really. And y'all have to forgive, I don't know what has happened to some kind of little rash here, but that's the way it is in Mary Kay. Either way it goes, you're a superstar. And I thought I would just start out with a couple things to make you go, because, I think the only ones that really care about my degrees are my mother and National Sales Director, Diana Sumter. I really do have 3 engineering degrees, a Master Black Belt in Six Sigma Process Control. With this accent, I am funny in Spanish. I probably left something out. Oh yeah, I'm a licensed U.S. Customs broker. So, all that means is I like to accomplish things. And I guess what I would start with, this is a little box that Mary Kay gives us. And I want you, either in your mind's eye or on a piece of paper, to just write gift box. And what I would encourage you to do is take the next few minutes and go, you know what? I am the boss of me. I may act like I'm not sometimes, but I am. What would I want the boss of me to put in the gift box? Because it's your gift box, right? And I think a lot of people, looked at me and said, really? VP of Manufacturing and Engineering? You said factories up all over the world? I really did. I was the biggest drug dealer in Henry County for a while. It was an accident. We turned it all in. I mean, I've got kind of a colorful past, but, here's one of the best colors. If you can see it, a diamond star ladder that Mary Kay gave you. Dawn talked about the Go Give Award. That's how we run the show, right? Lisa Caltabiano was Go Give nationally either the year before me or 2 years before. And that's just the kind of people you're hanging out with. I mean, honestly, in this world, it's not, and Lisa will get me for this, Julie certainly will. It's not the size of your butt or your checkbook, right? It's not who you played golf with. It's not, who you go to lunch with. It's not the things you've been taught in corporate America. So I guess, as we're thinking about this box and the gift we want to give ourselves going forward, what if the gift of peace was out there? What if, and mathematicians don't cry. I don't do English. I do math and Mary Kay. But what if you could design a day that you liked? What if you could use Mary Kay as a vehicle to the one next step? For me, I had no intention of starting Mary Kay. I mean, I really do have 3 engineering degrees, 1 in industrial engineering, 1 in apparel engineering, and 1 in industrial management. I mean, whatever. Girl likes to go to school. Okay. But I was told that's what you do. So you know what? I play to win. And there's a difference in playing to win and playing not to lose, right? But, I've never missed a Queen's Court of Sales. If they're giving away free jewelry, I want it. But for me, the draw of Mary Kay, yes, the money and the friendship, but you know what? I've worked with them now 14 years. Not one time have they lied to me. Have they disappointed me? Or has their yes not been yes? Who wouldn't want to work with a company like that? 95+% of our products are made in Dallas, Texas. Are there supply chain issues? Sure. But it's a good quality product. I mean, I'm 59 years old. I still would use Mary Kay even if I didn't buy Mary Kay. But you know what? It's easy to say you're the boss, right? And you can't be one of the boys if you're the boss. But for me, the fact you can work with people like Dawn and Lisa that will say, hey, what do you need? Can I help you? Hey, here's what I found that works for me. What are you up to? And that's where the making of energy comes from, right? Have you ever just been with a group that you go, they get it, they get me? That's how we do it. It's what do you need? What do you want for your next step? Will everybody be in a pink Cadillac? I don't know. That's up to them. But can everybody get what they want? It's just work. And that was the draw for me with Mary Kay. Somebody gave me some Mary Kay product and said, try it. I liked it. To be honest, she didn't necessarily follow up with me. I followed up with her. And I recruited myself. I had to call her 3 times, but that's how I got Mary Kay. I'd not been on vacation in at least 7 years. I had been in Mary Kay 3 days, maybe 4, and left to go to Dallas. And I looked around and I thought, how in the world can these people be this happy? What in the world? And I looked at the prizes and what they were doing and kind of what was going on. And I thought, this place is just a checklist. Go do the work and you get X. Go do the work and you get X. I was in. But when I was all in was when Diana Sumter was standing at the front of the room. And I was an expert. I'd been in Mary Kay 5 whole days. I washed my face with shampoo. It was really fabulous. But I was learning the products. Okay. And Diana said, okay, I'm here to teach the new people, and that's y'all. And I thought, well, it's been a minute since I've been new people. I am the VP, but whatever. And she said, I don't know about y'all, but I can go from D to B at Mach speed. Now, some of us laughed. We knew what that meant. And she said, if you're not laughing, ask one of the ones who is laughing what that means. And she said, but you know what? No matter what your personality, we need people in this company that wants to be a leader. And we need people in this company that want to make a difference with an individual woman, with the way she lives and the way she manages her family. Now, guy, gal, I don't care. Do you want to do the work? And that for me was more attractive than anything I had ever heard. So Dawn, I don't know if, you want to ask me any questions or you want me to, tell kind of why I sell like I do.
Yeah. So I think you kind of covered it a little bit. Like, what was the thing? Like, what was the thing when they gave you the free product and you were looking at this? Like, what was the thing that you were like, you know what? I think I might want to do this. Like, what was the big thing for you? Like, everybody can remember their moment when they were like, okay, I think I'm going to take the step, right? What was your moment?
Well, for me, I just didn't like what I was doing and I didn't like what they stood for. Right. And the CEO came in and said, gee, I need you to design us another product. And I went, my Rolex says I already handle your engineering, your manufacturing, your design, and your development. Don't you have a sales force? Now, I might not have been very Mary Kay, but I did say it. And I got away with that because I made him a lot of money. And I was the only female VP he had. Jim, I don't want to hear it. I want you to do that. Well, I liked Mary Kay. We made lab coats anyway. And I thought, well, I'll make it look hard. We'll just make some pink lab coats and I'll call it a day, and swore it took me a month.
Right. Yeah.
So I started studying about Mary Kay, the woman. Right. And, anytime there's humans involved, we won't always do everything perfectly. But Mary Kay had the perfect intent. And that woman didn't get started until she retired. And she truly wrote a list of what's good and bad about corporate America. Now, if you're the corporate type, you know what I'm talking about. You know what's good and what's bad. And you know what it takes to do what they want you to do. And I was one of those women that chose career over kids. Did I do the right thing? It doesn't matter. That's what I did. But I promise you, I give you my word. I remember the day that I went, wait a minute. Wherever I am, I'm going to work hard. If they can teach, I can learn. I want to do not what I'm doing today.
Right.
And if I really can be a difference maker and teach other women, I mean, in all honesty, if you looked up the least likely to be a Mary Kay chick, you might have found my picture. I might have sworn too much. Really crucial. I'm trying to be good. I just need you to know I'm trying to be good. I might not be a little skinny sister. I might be a little fluffy. I might have an accent. But you know what I do have? A heart for others.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things I was going to ask you next. And, you know, in Mary Kay, of course, we are a sisterhood, of course, but even as directors, we still get to choose who we work with. We still get to choose who we put in our space. And I know that one of the things that I'm always amazed about with you is your incredible heart and the fact that you came from a corporate background and you have the biggest, most beautiful heart and desire to help others. And that is huge for me. So tell us a little bit about your experience and your involvement with the Mary Kay Foundation, and tell us maybe if you want to share what the Mary Kay Foundation is and then, you know, what it does and then what your involvement is. Cause I know that is like your Mary Kay ministry is that Mary Kay Foundation, and you have done amazing things and raised all kinds of money and awareness. And so we'd love to hear a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, look, every day you get to choose. And whether we like it or not, 1 in 4 women have been in a domestic violence situation. And I think the higher your position, the more you'll hide domestic abuse. Because you don't want the look, you don't want the stigma, you don't want to answer a lot of questions. But the Mary Kay Ash Charitable Foundation was started by Mary Kay. Originally, it was for the prevention of cancer, and then it moved into domestic violence. But you see, women need a safe space, and they need women like us that'll say, come on, we can figure this out. And when I got started, because, you know, I knew everything there was to know about Mary Kay, I washed my face with shampoo. So I came in and ordered product, and I got a bunch of free product, and I was on the board with our local shelter. It's called the Haven House. And I thought, well, I've got all this product. Let me just go do some free facials for the women at the shelter. And I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a beautiful bronze skin tone woman that her eyes had been beaten. Now remember, I couldn't do my makeup, much less hers. And she looked at me with tears in her eyes and she said, Gia, I can't go back to work. They can see I've been beat up. I said, girl, we'll figure this out. You know, nothing like a woman with a mission. I go out to my car because I kept product in my car at the time. I picked out what I thought was very bronze and I went back in the house. I said, okay, we're going to figure this out. We got a mirror. We got the cloth. I can still see her wince when she would touch her eyes to put the concealer on. And when we got done, I can still see her look in that mirror. And she said, Gia, I can go to work and feed my kids. I took the product and pushed it across the table. I said, that's free. But there is a catch. Don't tell anybody where you got it. No social media post, but it's a gift from me and your Mary Kay chicks. I was hooked. That was it.
Yeah.
And from that day to this, we still have that girl. And there's a box sitting over there of product that when that girl comes along, we still give it out in the quiet. And you see, that's the go-give spirit of Mary Kay. It's not who you are, and she was very well educated. I mean, she had a master's degree, right? And then I'll tell you one more. We were at the Haven House one day. You know, I don't have kids, and I am my favorite 6-year-old. And they had asked me to come over do a motivational talk because the house was full, and we were going to give away some stuff and do facials. And there was a little girl sitting over here, and she was just crying and crying and crying. And I'm like, okay. And finally I said, honey, are you okay? Can I help you? And about that time, her mom came in. And we took a break and asked her, I said, is there anything I can do for her? And the little girl with tears streaming down her face said, We left last night and I don't have a pocketbook and yours is beautiful. I said, let me make you a deal. I said, somebody got a paper bag around this joint? I dumped my purse. That was a Mary Kay Star Prize out, handed it to her, and she was happy, right? But where else can you do that in Mary Kay? I don't care about a designer person. I know them all now because Mary Kay gives them to us. But I guarantee you, wherever that little girl is on the planet right now, she still remembers the day she got a purse.
Absolutely. And I feel like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, just one last thought. Why not choose a place where you can put yourself in a position to say, yes, I can? And, you know, I'm not telling everybody to go and get a pink Cadillac, but let's just do that one thing. Because our little bitty unit, right, in the scheme of things, we got our local domestic violence shelter a check for 10 grand. We've been for a lot of years in the top 50 largest fundraisers in all of Mary Kay because that's a big deal. But I promise you, you know somebody that's been affected. So I would tell you, get off the fence and come play with us.
Absolutely. Do you want to share? We have a couple minutes yet before we have to close. So, do you have a favorite memory in your Mary Kay that's going to make you come back? You know, go back a little bit. But do you have a favorite memory of something that happened, or you know, I don't know, just something when you think back and somebody says, "Tell me a Mary Kay story about something that you loved there or that made you feel good in your business or something like that." Do you have something like that comes to your mind?
Man, that's hard to pick.
Yeah.
That's hard. But, and I mean, there's honestly a lot of them, but I think one of them was we were sitting down in Cancun and, if I went to Mexico one more time, I'd rather you slit my wrist because I had factories down there. I mean, my factories used enough cloth to go from here to Baghdad in a year. So, I mean, we were busy, right? And I had them in all kinds of foreign countries, Alabama. That was funny. Y'all need to laugh at my jokes. South Georgia, Tennessee, Nicaragua, Honduras, China, India, you name it. We were running around, right? But we were sitting in Mexico, and Arlene Linares was there with her husband under what I call the millionaire tree, because all of them were millionaires but me. I'm okay with that. And I remember Arlene and her husband sitting there, and Arlene said, "Hey, everybody else went shopping, and obviously you don't care about shopping. You can ask me anything you want." And I went, "Okay." And I said, "Why Mary Kay?" She said, "I started for $50 a week. I now live in a $5 million house on Marco Island, and I can help anybody I want." And even today, they're still quoting me, and the effects of my teaching continue. That made a lasting impression.
Right.
You know what? Me working a million hours from can to can, lunchtime is mine, breaks are mine. And when you're at work, you need to work for the man or the woman. But you know what? What happens if you just take a month and let your time be your time? Work during lunch, work a straight 40. Now, people will have a fit because you're leaving early. They've already left. They're only working 40 hours. So I guess that's one of them. I mean, obviously Go Give is a big deal. Karen's retirement is a big deal. Playing with you backstage is a big deal. But here's the truth. I've got all those big deals, but the big deals I had from the corporate world was just the last conquest and what I did for them lately. Look, I made those boys millions of dollars. I didn't even get a parking space. And that's why I'm asking you guys tonight to find your little box. And what do you want your prize to be? I would rather my prize be horsing around backstage with you than making them the next million.
I love that. I love that. And I love where you came from. And I love that we're all different. And that's awesome. So Gia, we so appreciate you joining us all the way from Georgia. It's a little bit nicer than it is where I am in Central PA. So thank you so much. And if anybody has any questions or anything they'd like to know from Gia, feel free to put it in the chat and I'll try to take a look at that. But if you haven't already commented in the chat, something you may have heard that you liked or something that just made you think, oh man, there's something to this Mary Kay, or maybe you just liked it. You don't even have to be interested in the business to just, like something. So please feel free to do that. And make sure, if you didn't already, you want to make sure that you put your name in the chat and your consultant's name so we can give you credit, because we are going to give away a door prize. So if you haven't done that, you want to do that right now, which is awesome. And then I just want to close out here for a quick minute and talk about, if you guys did hear anything tonight. So Lisa, if you want to share that closing sheet we have, in Mary Kay, there are all kinds. You can see we are all very different. You guys have, some of you have seen us. We're all very different, tall, short, some round, some skinny, we're all different kinds. Some different backgrounds, different attitudes, different everything. And that's what I love about what we do. And we all go about this a little bit different, but we all have the same heart of Mary Kay. So if you heard even one tiny little thing today that impressed you or that made you just think a different thought, we would love to know that. Your consultant would love to know that. The directors would love to know that, because we have an amazing opportunity that is open for everybody at every level. And the thing is, there's no type. And that's the thing that we love about what we do, is there's no one way, there's no one type. So if something sparked in you tonight, or you even thought of somebody who you were like, wow, I don't know if this is for me, but I could definitely see my friend so-and-so doing this. We just ask you to refer that person to your consultant. We are not in the business of talking anybody into anything, even our D personalities, right, Gia? Even our dominant personalities, we aren't into talking anybody into anything, but we are always here with open arms. And if you have a heart for people and you love the products, maybe this is something for you to consider. So you have options, sign up options, which are really great. If the thought of getting your products at a 50% discount and servicing some friends and family is something that you could wrap your head around, I love that. We never, like I said in the beginning, you just never know what's going to come in your starter kit. And I just encourage you to think about that with an open heart and an open mind. And if nothing else, we're so glad you could be here listening tonight, because you will appreciate our company so much more because of all the things that Gia shared and the things about the company that she loves. So I just want to thank you guys all for joining us. We're going to give a door prize away. I think Lisa, are we giving this away tonight? I think, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes. And while you two were chatting it up, I decided to create a little wheel of names to make it fun.
Awesome.
So yeah, definitely. If you didn't do it already, if you're a guest, put your name in the comments, because that is the only way your consultant is going to get credit for tonight, is that your name's in the comments, and then we will follow up with you tomorrow. But let's go ahead and let me make sure I have all of the guests on the wheel that are supposed to be on the wheel. Let me do that first.
Hey,
Okay,
Lisa,
so
while you're doing that, can I tell them one more thing?
Yes, please.
All right. Here's the other reason you want to work Mary Kay instead of corporate. Do you have a cat on your desk? Okay. I'm telling you, you've been tricked into thinking what your desk in your office should look like. Mine is over here under her
Wait a minute.
feet.
Can everybody see the cat? Because I can't.
Hold her up there.
Are we
And
just seeing
Gia-
the wheel, or are we seeing the cat?
You can see
Oh,
the
there we
wheel.
go. Oh, there's the kitty cat. Okay.
All right. So there's your,
I know. Right
distraction
before we
how
got
you get the
started,
wheel going.
Gia was showing me how she tells her cat to put lipstick on, and the lipstick goes on. All right. So I don't know if you all can see this, but let me get to, I thought I could do full screen. Okay. So I've got Melissa, Laura, Christine, Amber, and Claudia. Julie, is there anybody I missed? Did I miss anybody? No. Okay. So I think I have everybody on there. So let's go full screen. Let's see who's going to be our winner of a pink clay mask tonight. Amber Alexander. Congratulations. Yay, Amber. Congratulations to Amber. And we want to thank all of our guests for being on tonight. I'm sure your consultant probably bribed you with something to be on tonight. So all of you who didn't win the pink clay mask, don't worry. You got something coming to you, I am sure. So congratulations, Amber. Amber is a guest of Barbie Sockasy. Gia, thank you again for pouring your heart into us and giving us your time. Dawn, thank you for being our MC tonight. And we want to thank all of our guests and our consultants. And congratulations to all the consultants who racked up some points tonight by inviting their guests. All right, guys. Good night. Thanks, Gia. Love
See
you all.
everyone.